this was a case near and dear to your heart.
It was.
To see it come to an end, what was that like for you?
Closure is a powerful word, and although Mary was not related to me by blood, my family grew up with her. I was assigned this case as a young detective sergeant, and 21 years later, here we are. When you see people come forward and allow families to have answers to questions, especially on such a violent murder like this, this is why we click the heels and take the oath. This is why we become police officers, investigators. So although I don't have the same relationship that the family behind me has with Mary, Mary is my family, and it's a great day.
Cold cases often go years, decades. Some go unsolved because they get forgotten about.
That's right.
The administration changes. But you didn't let this case get forgotten about.
I think you have to commit to that, you know. When someone takes the life of another, there is a family that needs answers. And, you know, as a young detective and somebody who loves people, I made sure that it stayed on my forefront. I actually had Mary's sister's obituary on my desk for 15 years. It's still there today because her sister would always call me when she was alive monthly asking a status. So they didn't let me forget. But I just think, you know, when you're in public service, when it's your heart, there's no business decisions made. It's a personal decision. But to your point, cold cases go unsolved many times because they don't have that tenacity, that intention to stay with it, and people change, they move on, and people get forgotten. You can't do that. A cold case still means that someone's life was taken.
Do you have any message for you know the other people who are out there who've lost loved ones and their loved ones are part of cold cases? Like any kind of message to them?
I have two messages. The first is going to be to the families: don't give up. And when I say don't give up, meaning that you have to sometimes put pressure on investigators to keep it going. But to my law enforcement family, it doesn't matter if you weren't on the scene. It doesn't matter if it was before you got there. Do an inventory of your cold cases and stay the course. Technology changes, interviews change, and I know there's cases that will go unsolved, but you cannot just dismiss it because they were long ago or you weren't there. We have a duty to respond, a duty to investigate, and I would ask that they review cases that they know that are on their desk and assign teams. Even though staffing is difficult, there's no reasons that we can't do something, and this is what we did here. I deputized Kevin Shanlin, who had been retired from our office for nearly 10 years, and I deputized him with police authority, and he agreed to do this case for no pay. And Deputy Chrissy Stacci, with all their other investigative evidentiary duties, this was their priority. And so leaders, chiefs, and sheriffs need to make it a priority and give the people the experience, the time, and the resources to start from the 911 call and go through, and you never know what you're going to find.